Hello, welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let me see. Camera looks okay. Microphone check. Let me know what you guys think of the sound here. Yeah. Yo, Space, my name. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Here we are going to do the first stream attempt with the puppy. He is down below. We started a few minutes late because I was walking him, making sure he could use the bathroom so he won't destroy everything while we're trying to stream. However, it doesn't really matter because he's already chewing on the chair. He's in the teething phase, so there's a lot of things that he likes to chew and destroy. I got some toys down here, his bones and stuff like that. Doesn't matter, he wants to chew the plastic on the chair. Let me give it to him. Here you guys go. You want to see? Here, buddy. Here is a live feature of the good boy himself. Say hey, hello, Sparks. All right, you're going back down to your bed and you can play. There you go. You get a feature of the little puppy himself, the little mischief maker. He is pretty crazy, guys. Not gonna lie, pretty crazy. He's been learning pretty well, but at the same time, he's still a puppy, so, you know, he still will use the bathroom in the house, and, yeah, all that kind of stuff. He wants to chew and destroy everything. So, got my headphones here, gonna get ready to go. Just changed my shirt and messed up my hair, so, because I have my gym clothes on. But all right, guys, let's get back to it. It's been forever. Let me open up my YouTube channel. Let me know in the chat how everybody's doing and how everything sounds. Not sure that all of our regulars are going to make it in today because let's look over here, guys, and let's see. All right. Actually, you can't see it. Small screens. Here you go. All right. If we go to live, I just want to see what we have here. 2 weeks ago. I don't even know if that was fully 2 weeks ago. That's probably more than 2 weeks ago. I don't know what day that was. So it's been a long time. We've been not streaming, really been training the puppy, been busy, you know, all sorts of things like that. So have not been streaming. So we probably lost some of our regular audience, not realizing that it's going to be live and back today. But I'm going to try to do my best just to get back to it and be streaming when we can and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for watching. Just a little shout out to my channel here. This Atari video I was able to film and post this past week. It's 10 days ago, so this was not this Friday, but the previous Friday's video. It actually has performed pretty well. 757 views. That's quite a bit, and I got a bunch of subscribers off that video, so I think you guys are excited to see more Atari VCS chats and content, so there's more of that coming to the channel. The next game that I have porting to the Atari VCS is already done, and we're working on a release date with Atari now, and it's going to be the Gem Collector. So a new place, a new platform for people to check out the Gem Collector. Going to be pretty cool. So this is the last level we are working on in Maze, guys. And I have not touched it since we worked on it last. And were we even working on it that day? I don't even think so. I think that was just... what day? Let me look. Now I need to go back and look at my live streams. This one, maybe it was the last time. Maybe maybe we started it and we were just showing off the lights and stuff. So I think that we were working on this last. So it's been 2.5 weeks or more since I've worked on this level per se. And it kind of killed the flow of my design for sure. I still remember what I was doing and what we needed to do. I honestly should have rewatched that stream. Dang, I forgot one more thing. Shoot. Nuggets. Alright, guys, hold on. I need to go grab something. Do I have my Be Right Back? I changed up I was like trying to get this ready and I edited this a little bit. I took out our old Sony sale thing and then, is it on here? Yeah, it is. Alright, be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. I need to grab a couple more things. All right, we're good. All I need to do is grab some water so I don't die during this session. But we're going to try to get back to this level here. And you guys might think, oh, is this guy not worked on his game or any games in 2 weeks? That's not true. I told you guys beforehand that I had a surprise project that I've been working on that has not been announced to either the YouTube followers or our Patreon subscribers who get the stuff a little early. So I've been working on that, and it's basically almost done, guys. And it's going to be a surprise hit game that comes out of nowhere at the TreeFall Studios Developers Conference, which we're going to be advertising that pretty soon. This year, it's looking like it just depends on if I can get everything done. The timeline is we're really looking at the 25th of this month, so that's exactly 2 weeks from today. I haven't announced that publicly yet, but that's a little teaser for our live audience. But that's kind of what we're looking at. Oh, I'm already clicking on the level, and you guys couldn't see it. So I got 2 weeks to put together the filming and the videos and the getting the rest of the game stuff together. So hopefully we'll be able to do it from there. And if not, we'll delay it just a little bit into October. We have like multiple surprises coming up for the conference. We have some new platform type news, some stuff to talk about there, some more Atari stuff to talk about, some new games to announce, and lining it all up to get ready before the video, and also editing the video to make it cool for you guys. Might have to push it into the beginning of October. I don't really want to, just because October is kind of stacked with video games, and then as soon as we get into October, it's going to be a little crowded for us to be trying to release games and stuff. So we're going to try to do our best to have some of it out by the end of this month, and then kind of like we will be releasing at least one game in October, and hopefully we all just get completely crushed by like Super Mario Wonder and Spider-Man is on PlayStation in October, same day Mario Wonder. At the end of October, like a couple days in, November 3rd is WarioWare. November is busy too for Switch owners. Mostly throughout the rest of the holiday, it's like Switch owners, but there is Spider-Man coming out for PlayStation, and we sell PlayStation owners. So most of them will probably be busy with that. I'm assuming some people will pick that up. So, all right. So this side was actually done. Just not this one. So what we can do is we can go ahead and make these hallways. So if you guys remember this giant looping door design, it's basically like there's 9 rooms and you have to make it to the center room. And then when you make it to the center room, you're gonna have to find your way into the right hallway here. And you start in this center. You start in this room right here in the center bottom middle, and you got to choose basically left or right. And then when you get into each room, there's basically 2 hallways to choose from. And one is going to be a dead end, and one is going to take you to the next section. And since this path is actually the dead end path, this one has 2 hallways. One that will be a dead end right here, and then one that will take you back to the beginning, so you don't have to warp your way all the way back through the maze again. And then we do the same thing here. This one's a dead end, and that's the correct one. So now there's going to be 2 coming out of here. One is going to be a dead end, and one is going to be a correct one. So it's just going to keep going around. Boom, boom, boom. Although maybe one might go to this one, and one might go to this one, to be honest. That way... Yeah, and then this one will go to the start, dead end at the start, and then this one will go here, and then one of these will dead end to the start, and one of these will go here, and then there'll be 3 options. Actually, you'll drop in here, and then you'll have 4 options for the hallway. So that's about what we're looking like on the level, so we can go ahead and start doing a couple more of these things. I basically was going like this. I think that these are 4... If I remember this correctly, let's look, guys. Oh, dude. I wasn't even tired, and I just got the biggest yawn coming in. So yeah, that's 4. These are 4. That's pretty good. Hope everyone has been doing well in the wild world of game development, and that everyone's projects are going well, and that everyone has been having fun playing unique and cool video games. I got some more videos coming up soon, actually. Game development related. I got a pretty big idea coming up. And honestly, I was doing this one let's just cut it off here. I was doing this one video that was like supposed to be this giant collab video, and then it was really hard to coordinate with everyone, so I need to get back on doing that. Because everyone is so busy, and then they're like, yeah, we'll make a video for you, and then they kind of got to get people in. I got to follow up and make sure. Saw something outside, guys. Yeah, we want to stay here in our modeling tab. Got confused what we were doing. There we go. Merge that. All right. We got a couple things to flip here. What were you in UV editing? Before? No, we're not ready to UV edit. I guess we were just in modeling. I don't know why that happens. It unclicked the face thing for us, so we have to click these around, and no, these are the right way. This is backwards, 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 backwards. Those are forwards, forwards, backwards. We're flipping these around. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna be working on a big collaborative game development video, and I got another video for you guys coming up pretty soon, talking about money and hopefully about the Atari VCS stuff and whether or not you guys should attempt it yourself. I'll have a big breakdown on that. Most likely, I think even for Atari, some of that's covered on NDA and stuff. So honestly, a lot of it will be, you know, kind of vague. And the video is basically going to break down into, yeah, you should do it, or yeah, you shouldn't do it, I guess. But yeah, that video will come out not this weekend, but probably like the following Monday, because we get our first sales report this week. So I got to edit that video and put it together for you guys. But I have another one that I just kind of came up with the other day when I was planning out some stuff, because I was kind of enjoying the performance of that Atari video, and I was like, man, I got to get back to editing videos. It really brought in some watch time. We're getting close on our watch time goal, guys, so we can get monetized. And, you know, I was working on trying to think of what would be really helpful to help people get started in game development. I got the education video that I was talking about making. Yo, Joshua Gabs, hello, hello, welcome to the stream. So I'm going to do that video about going to game design school and stuff. I think that would be helpful to people. But also, on top of that one, I have another idea. I think I'm going to put together like a big, like kind of overarching video about how to become a full-time game developer even without a mega hit. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about, a lot of my experience and how to make money and stuff like that. So I think that would be very helpful and insightful for people. So gonna be working on that this week as well, probably. Let's go ahead and get some of these walls up. That would be a good door here. So this one, one dead end, one return. This one's gonna come in here. This is going to be the return path, and then there's going to be a dead end out here. All right, yeah, let's do this first. This one will be a good one to make. Hope you're doing well, Joshua. Thanks for tuning into the stream. And Space My Name, if you're still out there, I hope you're doing well as well. All right, we got some walls. Now let's go ahead and take this path here, and we're gonna... This is the best day. I'm surprised. you know, Mr. Sparks, he's down there kind of, I tuckered him out a little bit. I took him on a couple walks already today, and he's kind of just sleeping now. He went to the bathroom before we started the stream. Got him to eat his lunch. He's had a little bit of anxiety, and sometimes he doesn't. He basically won't eat by himself. He's just a cute little dog, but kind of gotta sit with him, and then he'll eat all his food. He gets scared when he's left alone. He's such a needy little boy. But we've been taking care of him real well. So it looks like he's about to take a nap, and it looks like I'm about to get a full stream completed, probably. Should cross my fingers on that one. He could wake up and go feral at any moment, I guess. So. Yeah, Joshua says, thanks, and Space My Name says, I'm still here, not much going on over here. Nice, man. You been working on any game development? Getting any new game ready? Alright. Let's take these hallways up. Okay. Let's go ahead and merge this. Well, this is going to be a long hallway. We can already see we got some flipped around. This one, that one, these guys, this one, that one, this one. This, no, these are the right ones. It's easier to tell from this side. Don't get confused. All right, blue, boom, boom, boom. These guys, this one, these ones, that, those two, those corners, and these. All right, so we're going to flip those guys. Boom, and now our hallway is going to be doing righty, mighty, nice. Is that a phrase? Not really. This is already starting to look a little bit confusing. When this is done, the weaving paths, guys, the level design is going to be off the charts. It's going to be pretty awesome. Pretty excited. Just totally realized we got Patreon supporters going across the bottom here, guys. They're not completely updated because our Patreon supporters are growing. Space My Name, after his Patreon name, we need to include Thomas Stewart. He's our new 6th Patreon member. So I'll give shout outs to all the Patreon subscribers throughout the video. And guys, as always, that your names will be going across the entire stream for all to see. And that's, if you want to check out our Patreon page, links will be in the description below. All right, so this is the entrance to this one. And let's go ahead and make our wow, I just got a really good idea, guys. I'm thinking what we do is drop you in here. Yeah, like right here. This will be cool. Just wait for it, and you guys will be so surprised. This is going to be an awesome one. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited to share this game with you as well, everyone. It's been a little while. Maze is, highly successful for us. And it's been a little while since we've done a Maze game. And I think that this one is going to be the best one in terms of polish. Let's go, 32. Yeah, we need to go one more row over to match this. And that, so that actually just reaches this side. So actually we still need to do 2 more rows. And now this is where we need to go with these rows. This is perfect, actually. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to be able to play this game. It's going to have a lot of good features. There is another game I've been working on, like I've been mentioning, and I think it's going to just surprise you guys. how fast I put this game together. It's like super fast. I'm like not a 3 week timer, but I'm like maybe gonna top it out in a month or so. So and have it ready. It's also like really cool. Like I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited about the level design. It's honestly like very similar to this, but for a different franchise. Joshua says, how many years does it take to make? Well, I mean, for my games, some of them I have spent multiple years on. For instance, if you have not seen all of our other games, to be honest, most of our games, the links are in the description below. You guys will be able to find most of the PlayStation links down below, and our Steam links are down below if you want to check out our games on Steam. But if you haven't heard of our games, we have one game called Pitterpot that released on just PlayStation. That game is a large, like 3D platforming game, and that game basically took around 4-ish years. I spent around 4 years on it. So there are games we took about more than a year to do. And honestly, we've announced some games already in the previous past couple of years that we started on that we aren't really actively working on. And when they're finally done, it'll be a couple years to make them. I would say the longest I spent on any one project in a row is probably like the original Maze game, which was about a year, and the original Perplexing Orb 2 game. That was also about a year of continuous work all the way through. But typically, I try to make all of my games in about 3 to 4 months. And that sounds pretty fast, and it is. And it's only possible at this point because of my extensive amount of work that I've done throughout the years. And I basically have like a TreeFall repository of projects that I can pull from. Like when we start a new project, basically, for instance, like our loading screens are the same in like every game. The pause menu code is the same in like every game. And there's different things like that I can pull from, and like we have like a TreeFall Studios setup. So now when we start new projects, even when we start a project from scratch, it's not completely from scratch. We take some of the stuff we've already written, and incorporate it into the game that we're working on. So things move a little bit faster that way. And, there's some tricks and things I've learned over the years to speed things up as well. So different things like that have made given us the ability to kind of work quickly. And also we keep our games on the smaller scope side. Don't go too crazy. Some of our games are rather large, and they take 4 to 6 hours to beat for players, but most of our games can be beaten in a few hours. And it still takes months and months to do that. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. So we are working on going very quickly, basically, and yeah, that is kind of like our motto and what we kind of teach people to do here when we give advice. Let's go up 5. Oh shoot. Because in order to stay full time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's close these off real quick. It's hard to think and talk. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In order to stay full time and keep games on good rotation, guys, we kind of make smaller games so we can continue working. Let's go here. This looks like about a 1. All right. This is going to be a little awkward. Joshua says, has anyone ever tried to acquisition you guys? No, not per se, but there has been some interest. No one's tried to buy our company or anything like that. There has been some email correspondence that some people have sent me where they're kind of like interested in working on publishing some of our IP or stuff like that. I've gotten approached like once or twice. Recently, I got one, from some people that wanted to publish some of my games physically. So we have been approached by things like of that nature. No one wants to buy our company, although if they did, I would not accept. To be honest, I would rather take the low money and run my own company, continue running my own company, so that I could create the games that I want to make and eventually. Whoa, let's do this here. Yeah. Eventually, get to be even larger than we are. I think that all we got to do is continue growing. We're growing a really big network here as it is already. Our fans are growing, our reach is growing. We're getting on more platforms, you know, and we have even more platforms to announce pretty soon. Ooh, let's go ahead. So I think as we continue growing in fans and increasing revenue and such, that we're going to be in a good position where potentially more people would be interested, especially in a business that has well-established IPs and games that people enjoy playing that will continue selling. But I would never sell my precious, my precious game ideas in IP. So I kind of want to. Usually, when people sell, it just goes down the wayside at that point, and things are not never as good. So at some point, I would like to be like my ultimate goal always has been to grow and have multiple development teams. You know, 4 to 5 full-time employees per team with like 4 or 5 teams possibly. That's like the kind of vision of where I have the company going in the future. And then me kind of being like the oversight, running my own specific team, but then being the oversight for the other teams as well. Eventually, that is something that I would like to attempt to do. But for now, that's our current goal, and we don't want to get bought out. So, all right, let's make sure let's fill that in. Not like we're making a ton of revenue right now. I mean, we're doing fine-ish, especially for this economy. It's like okay-ish, because game sales are really kind of. I feel like they're weakening out, and that's another one of the big YouTube videos I'm working on, guys. I've been telling you over and over about inflation and the current state of the economy and the current state of the game industry. I don't see people talking about it. People just talk about the game industry. They don't really, understand the economy too well. But a lot of studios are closing, and over the past year or two, studios have been closing. AA, AAA, indie, left and right. Another one just dropped this past week, which I made note of. And I'm going to be doing a giant compilation video talking about all the studios closing and why they are specifically closing in a couple of key places. The studio that created Saints Row just closed this past week, and 220 people lost their jobs. So the economy is a bit rough out there for game developers, for sure. And yeah, so I would say that, with all of that in mind, it's not too bad. I mean, we're still operating for now. We are still doing our best. Let's go up another one here. And then this is just 1-to-1, right? 16 to 15, yeah. Okay, let's do this here. Let's make a little. Just go ahead and make 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and make our little platform here. This is kind of an odd way to go about it, but this is what we're going to do. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's all going to be connected and rendering in the right spots at the end of the day. And let's do that. Alrighty, so I can see some comments coming in, but let's go ahead and get this hallway knocked out here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna, this is like getting slightly complicated. It's not, I'm not even completing these parts yet because you guys will understand once we get all the roofs in. But I want to actually go up one more time. So what we want to do, because I want you to have to be able to drop in. Let's go up another like 15. Or let's actually, this will be easier to texture if we go up 10 and then we go up 5. Actually, let's go up 10 and then let's go up 4. Then let's go up 1. Now let's just use this and continue over on our hallway, guys. Boom, boom, boom. We're almost there. Almost there. All right, so this is what we want. This is going to look odd. And honestly, we can delete all these because these won't be seen by anyone. We'll go in there and clean it all up. So, yeah, at the end. But for now, we just need to go ahead and get this structure going, and so we can make sure our level is flowing how we want to. Let's go. Joshua says, "Neat. Any support on Xbox Series? Has anyone tried it?" Oh, I missed that question before that. He said, "Yes. Best of luck. There was a will, there's a way. I have to go in now. Stay true to your fans. Guess you have to compact your budget strictly and conservatively. Great seeing your progress. Bye." Yeah, thanks for tuning into the stream. And if you tune in later, you can catch the answer to your question. We will have one game on Xbox eventually. They have approved tilting tiles on Xbox. We were basically 75% way through the development of that game, and then we basically had to kind of shelve it just because it became too expensive, to be honest, and not because the Xbox forces it to be expensive, basically. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And because Xbox basically requires you to hold a Unity Pro license, and we did not finish the game before our license expired. And Unity Pro went up in price. This is also part of my inflation video. Originally, like 2 years ago, Unity Pro was like $1,500 dollars per year per person on your team. And people thought that was absolutely outrageous, especially for indie budgets. That's pretty expensive because you have to factor in the cost of your computer equipment, the cost of dev kits for everything you're going to port it to, and then you have an ongoing cost for this. You have ongoing costs for things like Photoshop or any other tools that you need to use. For example, we don't use Photoshop around here. We don't believe in ongoing costs at TreeFall Studios. That is how we stay nice and in business, actually. We give up a lot of the things that people basically think that are non-negotiable, that they can't give up. We give those things up and we use alternatives and save some money. Saving money is the only way you're going to stay in business, point blank. But so basically, it went up in price to $1,800. It went up about $300 about a year ago or so. And with tax, that's like $1,840 or something. So it's pretty expensive. And then this current year, Unity Pro has gone up again. So now it's $2,040 per person per year. So that's pretty much crazy for the cost. So we kind of looked at it and said, hey, we already invested $2,000 plus all the money that we invested in terms of time and development for the Xbox, which is another couple $1,000. So we're like $5,000 or $6,000 invested in the project. We're gonna have to put in another, $5,000 to $10,000 of investment, and we don't know if we're gonna recoup that money with just tilting tiles on Xbox because we have no idea what Xbox sales are like. We've never sold a game on Xbox. It's a little risky, So we kind of said, all right, we got to just shelve this for now. We got to cut our loss, save some money, and we've been working on a way to get a Unity Pro license without having to pay the money. There are some affiliate programs where, like, if you work with them and you become like a Unity ambassador, that they're supposed to give you a key. So we're following up on that, but we never got our key, even though they made us like an ambassador, basically. for Unity. We have our own affiliate links now, and we technically could put them below on our videos and sell you guys on, you know, asset store things. If you buy stuff from the asset store using our links, then we make money. But we haven't actually set them up, and we haven't used them or advertised them at all. And we're only going to advertise Unity if they're willing to give us a free key for Microsoft. So there is an indie version. Space My Name says, "I'm surprised Unity doesn't have a version for indies." I mean, they do have a free version, but you're not allowed to publish on major consoles with the free version. You have to use basically the professional version so they can get their money. And Sony and Nintendo both partner with you. So, like, if you are a partnered person with them, they help acquire the keys for you and basically pay Unity for you. But Microsoft does not do that. So that's why it costs more money to make games on Xbox. And Xbox has more strict qualifications on what games can get on the platform. So if you guys are ever wondering, that's why if you look at the Xbox store, there are way less games coming out on Xbox than there are on, say PlayStation or Switch. It costs more and it's more difficult to develop for. So yeah, I still want to get it done. Like, I want to get the game out on Xbox because we said we were going to do that. We just didn't do it in time. Development was getting a little tricky, setting up some of the Xbox services. It was a little complicated to figure out. And yes, so sadly, we didn't finish it in time. And now we just gonna kind of cut cost. The only thing is like, it could be canceled forever, to be honest. Don't really want to do that. I have plans to get it done, but the only problem is if we can't, like, we just don't have the money to do it right now. Like, the economy is tight, everything is highly expensive. We're working fast and furious to get these other games out on platforms that we can release on that aren't going to cost us nearly as much money to develop for. So we got to be doing that kind of stuff. But by the time we actually have a little bit of money in the bank, a little bit of saving boost to reinvest in our Xbox release, the only sad thing about it is like, we could be so far out at that point with changing SDKs, changing requirements, changing Unity versions, that it might just be way too much work to even bother attempting. And it would just, at that point, like, most likely, no matter what, if we get the game out on Xbox, most likely we will lose money on it. So it's like, it just depends on if we're willing to lose the money. And at this point, we're not really we can't lose the money unless we want to go out of business. That's not what I can be focusing on at the moment. So sadly, there's a little Xbox spiel for you guys. And that's, I want to say that's probably going to be pretty helpful for some people because, this channel focuses on, my games and game development, but also helping you guys understand, how to be full-time game developers. And, that's a little bit of an inside look into my thought process and, why some stuff falls through when people are like, where is it? Why isn't this done? Or are you going to do this? Are you going to support this? That kind of thing. So yeah, it's just kind of difficult sometimes, guys. So that's a little bit of a inside look for you. Is this a 10 and a 10? Are you going to go through the roof there? You might. Is this a 10? 5 and a 10? Yeah. Now, I don't know if Super Jump will be fine here. This one might need to get changed, to be honest. Because can you go up 20? That's a 10, that's a 2, and that's another 10. So that's 22. I think you jump about 20 feet, so you won't hit the roof. I think it'll be okay. So we'll just keep the design right here for like the way it is. Let's go ahead and flip these. Flip, flip, flip. Make sure we got these. Those are facing. This one looks like it's facing the wrong way. Let's flip that guy. Flip, flip. This is a little wonky looking. I mean, just look at how crazy this is. This is pretty wild. This is gonna be like a long hallway, super jump, super jump, super jump, and then it's gonna bottom you out right here. So let's go ahead, let's do this. Let's do this connector first, and then let's fill out the rest so you guys can understand a little bit about where we're going with this level design. And let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that correct? This would be Z on the 38. Z on the 38, that's correct. All right, so then this should be another 4 to match the other hallway over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We need to stop that, and then we need to go up 1 here to match this. And then, honestly, let's just do it like this. Because I think it's fun to drag out these walls like this instead. Show you guys another method. And then let's go ahead and merge it all. Boom. 12 vertices got deleted. Looks like this hallway is actually all the faces are facing the right way. Is the floor facing the right way? Yep. Looks like everything is good there. If we miss anything, it'll be okay, guys. You know, we'll just go back and clean it up once again. And when we run it in the game engine. I was just thinking about how to do this the most efficiently because like we already started sealing. Have we started sealing these? Yeah, I started sealing a couple of them. The only thing that's good here is I was like worried. I was like, okay, if we do this and then like seal this up so you guys can see, this is going to be an indoor hallway and it looks like all of our faces are correct. It's like you would think that it would be hard to texture this when we start unwrapping it, but technically it's not because since it's a single face, we don't actually have to look at the inside. We can just grab it like this, and then we can just grab these like this. So it won't be too bad. If we were doing it this way, where it was like a full wall, we would have to go on the inside to look, and then it would be a little tough to figure out. But from here, not too bad. So not too shabby. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this sealed up then. It's probably easier just to do it this way. Trying to think of the best method to do this. We need this to match, so we just need to do it like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can just take these guys out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like a little ahead of my movement there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now you guys can get a little bit of an idea. So we got the hallway. Now this closing this up is going to be the kind of the most difficult, I want to say, probably. Let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we got to do texturing. These few things are going to be a little difficult because they're going to be off our scale and things are going to look a little strange. And we're going to have to scale that just perfect. All right, deleted all those. We just sent 18 more vertices into the void to never to be seen again. This is like a giant stair stepper, looking pretty cool, I guess. I just took a big sip of that water and spilt it all over my legs. Crushed the water bottle on accident. I couldn't help it with my extreme strength. It just took it out right there. Okay, so should we? Yeah, let's just close this up here. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. 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 Space My Name says too powerful. Yeah, I can't help it. Just absolutely destroyed the water bottle. That little plastic had nothing compared to my amazing grip strength. Oh, guys, it's one of those days. One of those days. But the cool thing is, this game will be done soon, and a bunch of other games. It's pretty crazy. If you guys look at our release calendar, you know, we usually release like 3 to 4 games a year. And if you look at this year, I'm pretty sure the only game we've released all year long is Tilting Tiles Micro Challenge. And we basically didn't make any money on that. We kind of lost money on that one because I priced it too low. And honestly, leave your thoughts in the chat below. I lost money on it, and it kind of like is hurting the studio because we haven't released anything else this year. And if you looked into our finances, you'd be surprised because we've actually done decent throughout the year with just like selling our old games. And normally we would have been, you know, around this level of income, but we would have had new games to sell to get there too. So I'm thinking by the time we get these new games out, we should make more money this year than we ever have before. But we basically have only lost money so far. And I was thinking of re-releasing or porting, per se, Micro Challenge, because I think it's like our best game or one of our best games ever to the Atari VCS and also to Steam. But if I do that on a dual combo, but if I did that, I could not sell it, especially the amount of work it would take to port it. I would continue losing money at 49 cents, especially on Atari VCS. I don't even think they've sold enough VCSs for us to sell enough copies to break even with, you know, however many cents we would get on each copy. So the thing is I would need to raise the price at least 4 times to like at least $1.99, potentially $2.99. The game really deserves to be a $1.99, $2.99 game, but we tried a pricing experiment where we priced it extra low to see if we could get new players into the TreeFall universe and see if we could sell a ton of copies to new players. The thing is if I do that, do I explain that we need to make money on the game and just put it at $1.99 and leave the PlayStation alone because that was the price experiment? Or B, do we put it out at $1.99 for the other platforms, but then raise the price on the PlayStation to $1.99 or $2.99, whatever we go with? I don't really know, and that's one of the reasons why I hadn't messed with it, because that feels like a tricky PR situation where it's like, really, we need to make some money. And honestly, to me, the game's worth $5 easy. But it is a little shorter, so we charge very, you know, low prices for our games, you know, so no one can really complain. You know, it's really cheap stuff. So $1.99, $2.99, no one should complain about that. For Micro Challenge, the game is well worth more than that. But the fact that, like, you know, if we left it alone on PlayStation users could get the game cheaper. Other people and other systems might feel burned by that. But then PlayStation users might feel burned because they were going to pick up the game later at 49 cents, or, you know, a lot of their friends picked up the game at 49 cents and now it's, you know, more expensive. I don't really know what the best answer for that would be. So, but yeah, that was all to say that kind of went on that tangent because I was saying we should be all right when we just put out a bunch of new games, because it's crazy. We're going to have Maze, we're going to have another secret game, and then maybe one more, all at the end of the year, stacked up at the end. We kind of did that last year in 2022. We had Mighty Math, The Letter, and Tilting Tiles Ultimate Tilt Remix kind of 1 month apart. Like, they're all in like October, November, December. So we're going to be doing that again, basically. And hopefully we'll do better this year than we did last year with those, because Tilting Tiles Ultimate Tilt Remix was a little weak as well. I think I might put that on the VCS, but really that game is really hard. So people really struggle with that one, I think. Although I was playing it on my personal PS4, just testing it out and having a blast, and I'm like, this is the best game ever because it's just too hard. It's so good. You have to think so deeply. It's great. All right, so this path, let's go ahead and make this one. This one is going to be a dead end one. Enough of that rambling. Let me know, guys, if you have an opinion on price increases. I know that some companies will increase price over the years, and especially with something as low as this, it's really minuscule. I don't even know if I should be even worrying about it, to be honest. Um, it's not like we're going from $50 to $70 because everyone else is. It's because we actually are losing money, basically, on every purchase. This is gonna hurt you guys' soul right here. Womp, womp, womp. Like a little question mark or a little 2, whatever you want to call it. This is a little bit longer. See, in the beginning, you get easy dead ends. You walk in here, you find that's a dead end. You walk in here, you find that's a dead end. You walk right around one corner, find that's a dead end. Walk around one corner, find that's a dead end. Pretty easy. But now you're going pretty far in, and it's going to feel pretty sad when you go boom, 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 and then go, dang it, this is a dead end. I'm going to get lost trying to get out of here. So that's what we're doing with this one. We're trying to make it a little bit more difficult as the level progresses, so your sanity will slowly dissipate. However, at the same time, we're still being fair to the player because in any given room or any given situation, you only have 2 choices to go. So there's not too many paths to get lost on. You check one, it's dead end. You check the other one, it's a return, so you can go back where you were, or it's the way forward and you did the right thing. So we're not overwhelming the player, but we are going to make them feel a little bit more of the pain as they're getting closer to the end of the level, because they're going to feel like they're getting closer, but then we make these paths a little bit longer, and then we give them that feeling of, am I getting closer? How big is this level? This can't be that big. And then they make it to the end and they go, I can't believe I found the finish. That was really satisfying. All right, all of these need to flip around. Mesh, normals, flip. Space My Name says, I got some support after raising the price. I think people understand making games even under 15 are hard to make profit on. Yeah, I think so too. Did you raise the price of your game? From your game's $10 now, right? Or is it 12? I can't remember. 2, 4. It went from 5 to 10. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It truly does. So that's a big price increase. That's a lot bigger than what I was thinking of doing. I'm thinking of going like from 50 cents to $2. Technically speaking, that's a bigger price increase. It's 4 times, and you went 2 times, but your game already was a lot more expensive than mine. So, yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do that just so we can not lose out on that game, because I feel like it'll be a good game to bring over. Because especially with I was thinking that it would work because PlayStation has such a large audience that I was thinking, we'd sell way more than we normally do. Because, like if it was the Switch, I think that would have happened. Everyone buys stuff on the Switch at like 50 cents or whatever, just for the heck of it, just to see, what kind of game it is. Turns out that they don't really do that on PlayStation, so Uh, yeah. Not that we didn't sell a good number of copies. It's not like it didn't sell to anyone. We did sell more than we would have this early. Um, but yeah, not enough for the price to be that low. Our good little boy, he just curled up in his bed. He looks so cute, guys. I'm not going to move the camera around, but yeah, he's taking his little nap here. And then he'll go into crazy puppy mode shortly after. All right, so now we got that dead end, and we got this one going back to the start. We're getting much closer now, guys. So this is going to be our path forward. So we're going to go ahead and swing this out here and put it in here. And then... yeah, then we need one dead end and one here. Yeah. Space My Name says, I think on Steam, 250 is sort of the minimum. You can always price higher and then discount. Yeah, I actually don't know. Well, I mean, I've got games that are less than that because the letter is on Steam and I price parodied it to $1.99. I'm pretty sure. Steam store. Let's see what my prices are. Yeah, I got $1.99 on this. 15 positive reviews. Let's go, everybody. 86% are positive. That's not bad. Not bad. And they're advertising me next to Phasmophobia, Scorn, and the Demonologist. Wow, that has a lot of good reviews for something so creepy. Let's look at here. Yeah, I got a 2, a 4, a 4, a 1, a 3. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I got some low ones on here, honestly, and I think that some of my higher price stuff does a little better on Steam, but the letter is what sells the most. So, and that's not really because it's $2. That's just, I think it is because it's $2, but also because it's the letter and it has a little bit of, you know, notoriety, a little cult classic following or whatever, because everyone's like, oh, this game's so bad, or oh, this game's so good, that type of thing. All right, let's make our walls here. Just to realize, okay, we still got, yeah, some of you guys are still tuned in. That's cool. Been a little while since we streamed. What's our uptime here? We've made it for an, actually, I can't tell because I didn't go live immediately. Probably about an hour. I'm about an hour in. That's this is about the most the puppy's been sleeping, so this is pretty good. Pretty good sign for the future. Probably gonna bring the streams back. Let's see if we can get our jumping days going again. This is gonna be, this will be forward, this will be dead end. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody tuning in to our first stream for a while. I highly appreciate it, especially with the amount of new love and support that's been heading our channel's way from that Atari video. Highly appreciate that. And for some reason, when the Atari video kind of went viral, it got a little bit of algorithm search views there. Also, on top of that, we had, I don't even know why I'm doing the bottoms. They'll never be seen. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm getting tired. It happens when you wake up in the middle of the night to walk a dog over and over. But What was I gonna say? Oh, for some reason we got some serious views on our channel. It wasn't just the Atari video. The Atari video kind of kicked things off. Let me go to my um, studio real quick. But my evergreen popular video, the how to start an indie game studio for $0, guys. It has like 20,000 views. That video kind of popped off like when the Atari video um, has been running pretty hard, and we've been getting like 60. Like I just looked right now, it's like 61 views today. Um, like in the last 48 hours. That's 2 days, I guess. But that's pretty hefty for that 3-year-old video. It usually averages around 15 to 20 views a day, sometimes 30 views or so, because that's kind of like our evergreen content. That's how people find our channel usually. They get suggested that video, either that one or the one where I talk about creating 3D UI. That video has about 17,000 views. Sometimes people find us from our money videos, but they're not as popular. I have one at like 13,000 views and one at like 1,200, 1,400 views or something like that. But most people find us from that video, and pretty cool to see that there was an influx of viewers on that video from like the new viewers who found us from our Atari video. Kind of gives me hope. It's like you just keep working on YouTube, just keep working, keep working. You don't know what video is going to pop off, or which video is going to reach new people, and then they might find some of your other content and find it helpful as well. I was still hoping for I think my favorite video I've done in a while is that like 1,000 sales on Steam video. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I think it's like I sold 1,000 units on Steam. Here's what I learned. I worked really hard on that video. I was hoping that one would kind of become an evergreen video and just bring in new people to the channel and stuff. But we'll see if that does it eventually. I saw that video had like 11 views or something on it, and it wasn't really getting any at all until the Atari video. So a lot of people are finding our content for the first time. We got like 15 or 20 subs from after doing that video, I think. So we're at like 14 yesterday we were at like 1450. This morning we are at like 1455. So we're jumping up pretty hefty. I'm not actually even sure what we are now. Oh, we're at 1456. We started the stream at 1455. So shout out to whoever subbed during the stream. You are the king or the queen. Really appreciate it. But we're getting highly close to that 1,500 mark that we're aiming for. So the big celebration is coming soon, guys. Hopefully we can hit that 1,500 sub goal before the 25th, whenever we plan on doing the TreeFall Developers Conference, because that would be pretty awesome. And we can have a huge fun hangout when we announce all of our new games and stuff. So definitely be a lot of fun. Oh, thirsty. Space My Name says, dang, getting recognized. I'm trying. I just nonchalantly do what I can. I work on YouTube real hard sometimes, and I put a bunch of videos out that I think will be helpful or people will enjoy, and then I go months without like even touching it. And then I went like a huge period where we did like 3 months of streams, and then like it's been like weeks and I haven't touched it, and I'm like, it just happens. Life happens. It's busy. We also have more busy news. I still haven't announced publicly on the channel something that's like huge that's happening. But you okay, buddy? You okay, little man? He's rolling around on his bed. He's about to wake up, and I'll probably just end the stream whenever he does to go take him outside. All right, so this is... Let's make sure we're going the right way here. Got confused looking at this for a second. So this is forward. This is all dead ends. I want to do this one a dead end, so let's do that here. Honestly, we don't even need to be doing them like this. This is like creating like 2 extra faces per piece this way, this one, and then the bottom one. But we're going to just keep doing it for now. Who cares? Hopefully this will run on Atari. uh, that's not the best way to go about things. Let's hope and pray it'll run, guys. I was able to get a little bit of my it's going to be pretty cool when I really get the process down because Atari is not as a big of a company as like PlayStation, Nintendo. You know, we've got releases that we've done on Nintendo, we've done releases on PlayStation. Steam is also kind of a big deal, but not. I feel like their processes is not the same as like working on console manufacturers, and Atari is similar to going on PlayStation or Switch or anything like that, but their process is a little bit smaller and a little less official and more personalized than like the giant corporate platforms. So it's been kind of fun working on it and stuff. And once I totally learn that processes and just get really quick um, at doing the games, like I'm gonna try to port games over there and like basically drop not my entire PlayStation catalog, but a bunch of games on there, just like as fast as I can in order to, bring in a little extra revenue and hopefully to try to do it all by the end of the year. So, pretty cool. I don't know if you guys, anyone who's watching now, did watch that Atari video I made, but it's kind of interesting if you go and you go back to it now and you go start scrolling through some of the comments, the amount of people that like found me who never have found me before, and they're like talking about recently purchasing Atari VCSs or interested in purchasing the product. I was like kind of shocked. I was like, wow, this community's a little bit bigger than I assumed. There's a lot of people who are having fun because I didn't have one until the video. And you can actually run, you can basically use a regular Atari at VCS as a dev kit or also a retail kit, and you can kind of switch back and forth. There's some processes to do that, and it makes it a little bit annoying. But basically, I can have a retail system and play it for fun and buy games on my own, but then also turn it into dev mode and like, you know, um, work on my games and stuff. So that's basically what I've been doing. That's how I've been going about it. Um, and I bought one game. I thought it was pretty cool. I played Mekan. He's not in the chat today, but he's been super helpful to me. You guys can check out Megan's games. He's been such a nice guy. He really helped me figure out some of the Atari stuff. He answered my questions. He helped me test a couple of my games and stuff. And he's got his games on Atari. So if you have one, you can buy his games there. His most recent game is called Doodle Taxi. But you can also buy that game on Steam. So, if you want to support a friend of the channel, go ahead and check that game out. I'm sure he would be highly appreciative. But yeah, so he was pretty nice, and I got to try his games. I got codes for his games. He sent them to me for free. But I got to play them and stuff, so that was pretty cool. So I got to play those on the VCS, and then it actually comes with some games, some Atari games. I did make an actual store purchase. The first one I made was a $2.99. I was like, dude, this is crazy how cheap the games are. It was $2.99. It's like what I charge for games, and no one else really does that. And I bought Centipede from like 1978 or whatever, like the original Centipede. And I bought it because we had 2 controllers and it was 2 players. And it was one of the only games that was 2 players, but supported like the modern controller and the joystick, classic joystick. That way, me and my wife could play, and we just played Centipede on there and went for high scores. And I was like, this is, just crazy. It's interesting. It really does feel like, I know that they kind of sell it. They had an identity crisis when it first came out because they didn't know if they could compete in the console space. And then they're like, all right, well, it's a console, but it's also a PC and it's a mini PC, and you can do emulators and you can boot Windows on it and all this stuff. which makes it a little bit more quirky. So things can go wrong, and like some of the new people were talking about having to flash it and reflash it from the start. So like it's basically like troubleshooting a computer instead of like an intuitive game console, which is kind of annoying. I really think that they need to get those quirks worked out. And honestly, my personal opinion, I think that Atari would be better just dumping all of the computer stuff. Forget mini PC, forget all that stuff. You guys are video game manufacturers. You were video game hardware manufacturers from the very get go. Just make a video game console. And so what if you can't compete with Nintendo and stuff right now? That's completely fine. You know, just make your own console and make it about video games. So I think that's kind of what they're leaning into now, from is what I can tell. And once you get the system up and running, guys, it's actually pretty cool. It feels like if you don't go into the PC mode and you don't bother with any of that stuff, you're just on the home menu, you see your games, and you go to the store and you're holding the controllers. It literally feels like a game console, and it's so weird to be like playing an Atari console that's actually new. It's a interesting feeling. It feels pretty cool to own one. They actually have an awesome boot up splash screen where it like loads and shows you some old school asteroids, and then like the Atari logo like flashes up, and then the system boots up. So pretty cool. I had some fun with it. There's some more games I want to pick up support now that I'm on the platform, and I saw a lot of devs who are on the platform come over and sub to my channel and talk about also being in the VCS dev space, and they were looking forward to my games. And some of the other devs on the system literally picked up my games and supported me and stuff. So at least that's what they told me. So that's like really cool. Seems like a very good environment. Really cool stuff. So um, honestly, Space by Name, he says, let me read his comment. He says, I saw it. I thought it was very insightful. Shocked at how small the game library is. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Honestly, it's going to be growing really fast because there's like 3 or 4 devs on there right now that are like me, who are kind of dumping games on there. And this past Friday, they released like, 2 more Atari games from like the 70s or whatever. Atari basically just every so often releases another old classic and stuff when they get it ported over and it works. And then it's just like indies basically. And that's it. So, but there are a couple guys like me who are like kind of just going ham on the store now to support the platform and whatnot. And that's kind of starting to increase the number of games on there. But honestly, Space by Name, you could probably get your game on there without having to go to Unity. If you could figure out how to write your own, Linux port code stuff, because it's like basically like in a Linux operating system, so it's like pretty easy to like port to, kind of. But you can't figure out how to do it. It's not like just Linux. Like you have to figure out how to use the Atari stuff, and you get all that information like when you get through the NDA and stuff. But honestly, it could be a platform for you. I don't know. I'll have to let you know what it's looking like when I actually get my sales in. So here's going to be forward. Here's going to be dead end. And there's going to be where we come in. But I'm really hoping that it goes over well, because I really like everybody so far that I've talked to and stuff. They're like pretty nice, to be honest. Like it feels like such a small niche team over there working at Atari, and it feels like, they're over there just trying their best. And I'm like, hey, you guys support us, we support you, that kind of thing. Um, and I'm really, like my channel, super focused on helping people find ways to make money. And if this is a good way that consistently makes money for indie developers, that you have a good audience to sell your games to, they're interested in playing new games and looking for new experiences and stuff, that is like the dream for indie game developers. So very cool stuff. I'm looking forward to doing some more. Plus, highly sad, guys. Earlier this year, we lost our revenue stream from Nintendo eShop. Nintendo has shut down the Wii U and 3DS eShops. So sad. So all of our games are gone forever in the dust. No longer to be found. 2 of our games. Whoa, I don't even know what hotkey I pressed, and it just flattened those all. I really wish I knew what that was, because that's actually could be helpful for other. It has to be like a shift. Is it shift C? No. It's gotta be one of those low buttons down there, because I was like holding shift and Z and alt to lighten up all these lines. But yeah, so we lost our Wii U games, and that Journey of Special Average Balloon is lost forever. And same with Outside the Realm. Those games are lost to time forever and ever, and they're never coming back, boys. They're gone. So sad for Nintendo, sad for us. They're still giving us the runaround over at Nintendo. They don't want us to make games on the Switch. They don't like money. Like Mr. Krabs. I like money. They don't like money over there at Nintendo. I also think that Xbox doesn't like money. They turn down stuff that I'm like, dude, if you knew how much money we just turned around and made off of PlayStation instead, because they accepted the games that you did not, you guys are kind of silly. Silly. But, so basically, we don't have any games on Nintendo right now, and we lost that revenue stream. And it's super nice to have a brand new revenue stream from a completely different audience with Atari. So that's pretty cool. We're excited about that, because everyone knows that Steam is not exactly the friendliest revenue stream to TreeFall Studios or any other small-time developers. Everyone kind of knows that. We have videos talking about it, and everyone has kind of figured that out on their own as they attempt to do Steam. I know Mechgan, I was just talking about him. He was excited about Steam, and then sorely sad to see what his prospects were on there. So I don't know how Space My Name feels about it, but Steam is a little rough to us sometimes. All right, the beast is awakening. You okay, buddy boy? Good boy. I'll probably go ahead and get ready to end the stream early. I'm actually surprised I made it this long, this peacefully, without him chewing up something. He was going for the chair when we first started, but, he's feeling a little sleepy. Although I think probably pretty soon it's about time for him to go outside. So I'm going to cut this off at 4:30 in about 6 minutes, unless he looks like he doesn't want to wait that long, and then I'll go ahead and end it sooner. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Got to come back, flex a little bit of live stream muscles. Been a little bit since we done this. Also got to work a little bit on the maze level. Hadn't worked on this since being on stream, so this is pretty cool. Definitely got our flow going here a little bit, and we're getting a little bit closer to being done with it. Yeah, it's almost there. This is basically, the crazy thing is, guys, this map is all this level so far is just the layout. This is the level design layout of the map, and it does not even include the maze itself. We haven't raised any maze walls in any of these rooms yet. So when I say it's almost done, it's kind of almost done. Um, but yeah. All right, guys. I am gonna let me read Space My Name's comment. I think I did all right, all things considered. I did keep making games consistently, so that didn't help. Yeah. Oh, I didn't keep making games consistently. Yeah. I would say the consistent thing is like the number one thing that I have as a tip, but consistently making games on Steam is like the negative on there because it costs money every single time. And if every game only makes a little bit, you're really spending too much time and money on Steam. And like that's the only platform where they like kind of actively encourage you to make a bigger game that sells more, that's evergreen instead of making games consistently. The consistent game route works better on platforms like consoles and stuff like that. So that's why I only release every other game on Steam and we don't always release games on there. But yeah. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go walk my pup and take care of him. And we got about an hour and a half on this stream. Yeah, he just did a big yawn. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was so cute. He's waking up. He's ready to go. I'm gonna go take care of him. But thank you guys for watching this stream. I highly appreciate it. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more game development content like this, or you're interested in learning on how to become a game developer. Also, you can check out links below for our Patreon page. You get a personal shout out. I got to give a huge shout out to everybody who supports TreeFall Studios on Patreon.com. I got to give a personal shout out to Karma Red, Overhyped Gamer, Shark and Minnow, PLP, and Thomas Stewart. And then, of course, all of our Patreons will be down below. Their names get shown through the entire video. All the links are down below for our games, our Patreon, our merch, and our affiliate links in case you want to buy some textures or some other things for your games that you can make money for. So all of those ways you can support us are down below. Micro Challenge is our most recent game still. It's a little old at this point, came out in May. That's not really old, but you can buy it on PlayStation for 49 cents. You might as well buy it now on there because I might be raising the price. Inflation comes for us all. So yeah, you can go ahead and pick that up and try it. That'll get you into TreeFall Studios games for sure. We have other games on Steam. You can find all of our games on there. Some maze games, some tilting tiles games, some perplexing orb games, and hopefully we will be doing our conference pretty soon. I'm shooting for the 25th of this month. It all depends on when I got some packages coming. I need to get those first. It all depends on what time I get out of PlayStation certification for some of these games so I can actually have some official release dates and stuff for them for you guys. And then I want to also get a little bit farther in a couple of games, and I got to edit this video and make it pretty awesome. I also want to do a big live portion afterwards, after the show, where we hang out with Patreon subscribers and you guys get to tune in and just see some of the games being demoed and shown off, and we talk about more things like that. So definitely going to be a fun time. Be prepared for the end of September. Hopefully, Nintendo will go ahead and announce their Nintendo Direct this week. And if I had missed it, if they announced it during today's stream, I might have missed it. I don't know. But everyone thinks that they're going to be doing a big Nintendo Direct pretty soon. Hopefully, they'll get that out of the way. And hopefully, Sony will get their state of play out of the way so that TreeFall Studios can shine at the end of the month, all by our lonesome in our hanging tree over the cliff as we fall to our oblivion death in the media cycle. So, all right, guys, I really appreciate you checking out this stream. We will try to be back tomorrow, to be honest. All of the streams this week are going to be a little wonky. We're going to try our best. The puppy gets sleepy, but then he gets active and playing, and then he wants to destroy things. Gotta make sure he doesn't destroy things. Gotta make sure he's not pooping and peeing in the house. Gotta run and take him outside, get him on walks, get that guy potty trained pretty soon. So, all right, guys, highly appreciate it. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. As always, it was fun. Hope you're looking forward to more maze coming soon. I will catch you next time.